Shayat, shayat, shadiyap, shayat, day, shaya, shayat, shaptaya, shadiyap, shaptak.
Big Key, love your man. Come on. Let's go. Listen, I can win a soul.
I can do it.
I can reach my goal.
I can do that too.
I can keep the victory.
I can do
Yeah, 'cause the oil of God is on me.
I can do that.
It is your man, Told. You are tuned in to Shop Talk. It's getting ready to go down. Before I do anything, y'all, everybody hanging out with me, do me a solid. Do me a solid. Get on the phone right now. Do me a favor, get on the phone right now. You can call, text, tweet, Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, Social Cam, Periscope, Marco Polo. But do whatever you got to do. Tell your mama and them, Ray, Shay Shay, Day Day, Delicious them, Nut them, Pojo them. Let them all know that for this next 2 hours, we're going to take this incredible journey called Shop Talk. That's right. And Shop Talk is where literally, for real, no person, no subject is off limits. As you can see, I've got some excitement in my voice. Yes, it's going to be going absolutely DOWN down. And listen, if you haven't figured it out yet, I am your host. I'm your man, Young D-Toe. Some people now calling me D-Toe the rapper after what we shared last week. It's all good. I'm not mad. I take all those titles and I do what it is that I do. Listen, we've got an incredible, and I do mean an incredible show lined up for you today. I've got a couple co-hosts already hanging out with me. So we're going to get ready to bring them up. But do me a favor, those of you watching us on Facebook, share the stream, share it. I've already done it, and I've seen a few of you did it already. So share today's stream so that your friends, your family, your well-wishers can see what you are watching, and they can be able to join in with us as well. Now, before we bring our co-hosts up, let me reach out and check out some people who are hanging out with us. So good morning to Cambria Mayfield hanging out with us. Great morning. Glad to have you hanging out with us. Stacy Williams Tucker in the virtual building. It is all to the good. Dee Dee Felder just says, "Sup? I see you." Dee Dee Felder in the virtual building. My homegirl, Denisha Sexton Dew, lady Denisha Sexton Dew is in the virtual building. Demetrius Tofree. Myself, I am here in the virtual building as well. Glad to have you hanging out with us, Demetrius Topher. Thank you. Okay. Also, shout out to Deborah Shirley Piggies. I'm hoping I'm saying your last name correct, but it's glad to have you hanging out with us as well. Shout out to my first cousin, Linnell Jonigan, hanging out with us also. And Cambria Mayfield says those names, trickles me. It's okay. Which names you talking about? Ray, Shay Shay, Day Day, Delicious them, Nut them, Pojo them? Are those the names that you're making reference to? I'm not sure. Anyway, shout out to Jewel Davis in the virtual building as well. Glad to have you hanging out with us. Demetrius Hunter types into the chat and he says good morning to us here at Shop Talk. Glad to have you hanging out, as well as my homie, as well as one of our brand ambassadors. My kids taught me that word last night. One of our brand ambassadors, Sunny Vaughn, in the virtual building. We'll talk a little bit about Sunny in just a few minutes, but glad to have her hanging out with us. And I do see you, Deborah, and she does say thank you so much for having us on the show. Awesome. I am glad to see you hanging out with us as well. All right, y'all, you know what we got to do now. Let's get ready to bring up some of today's co-hosts and let's make it happen. Let's see. Let's go out. I don't know if he's in New York, if he's in Atlanta. He's world traveled. He'll let us know. He's got a lot going on in his world with this whole Miracle Me movement, as well as all the things that he's doing in his personal life. I am super proud of him. He has jumped into this entrepreneurial chair, has put that hat on and is running with it and making things happen. He's got that hat turned to the side, then he's making the things happen any way he can. Let's bring up my guy. You already know who it is. It's my guy, Demetrius Hunter. Demetrius, what is going on? And great morning to you. What's happening?
Great morning and hallelujah morning, everybody out there in Freedom Radio land. It's a great day to be here with you all here at Shop Talk, and I'm excited for today's show. I'm excited for all of you for joining in for Shop Talk, and I believe at the top of the hour today, we're going to have some time for a great giveaway. So greatly, you know, it's always a blessing to be a blessing. I believe in just sowing into people's lives, and, you know, however God blesses me, I'm always here to give back to the community. So I'm just here for a great show, Dito, and let's rock out.
Well, let's make it happen, man. I'm glad to have you hanging out with us. And I'm curious to know, well, wait a minute. What are we giving away? Do you know what we're giving away today?
So what we're giving away today, somebody's going to walk away with what I call the Miracle Me kit. That includes one Miracle Me long sleeve tee. And you also get a $50 cash prize as well with that t-shirt as well.
Okay.
So what will happen is I'll be throughout the day, throughout the first hour of the show, I'll be going ahead and giving everyone one bingo card. With that one bingo card, one lucky person will have a Miracle Me tee and $50 cash prize.
I love the way you got that going. That's good stuff. So okay, I like it. So those of you who are hanging out, we're gonna do a bingo at the top of the hour, and the winner is going to leave with a Miracle Me kit, as he is calling it, that has a Miracle Me long sleeve tee as well as a $50 cash prize. Well, that sounds exciting. It's all good. Listen, we're going to be making things happen. So make sure, those of you who are watching, make sure that you're typing in the chat so we can know that you're here, so he can know to send you a bingo card. And at the top of the hour, we're going to make things happen. So I've already typed, look, my name is in the chat. So make sure you remember me in the chat. It's all to the good. Those of you watching, I am donning today a new Freedom Radio t-shirt. Those of you hanging out, I'm doing a new color. This is my first time wearing the blue Freedom Radio tee, and I am excited about it. And we've got a lot of things going on. I mentioned Sunny Vaughn a little bit earlier at the top of the show a minute ago when we mentioned her. Listen, let me show you why I mentioned her. Sunny Vaughn is an amazing singer, of course, we all know. But aside from that, she is an absolutely stunning model. I'll bring up what I'm talking about. Let me see if I can make this right. We had a photo shoot on this past Sunday, and I used Sunny as one of our brand ambassadors, and she came through and made some things happen. Let me show you what she did. Let me know. She came through like this right here, rocking the orange Freedom Radio hoodie, and she made that thing look absolutely great. Sunny, thank you for coming through Sunday to make that happen. We had a great time. She was our featured model yesterday. I have another model that will feature today after the show. We had a great time. We'll talk a little bit more about Freedom hoodies and all that kind of stuff in just a few. All right, let's get ready to bring on our next co-host. Let's get ready to let everybody know who's next on the list. And next on the list, out in the North Kakalaki, that's what Davaris calls it, the North Kakalaki, out in Charlotte, North Carolina, my friend and yours, incredible vocalist. Those of you who watch her on Instagram, Facebook, know that the hand of the Lord definitely is on her life. She's got some oil on her. You understand me? She's got some great anointment on her life, and she is absolutely an amazing graphic designer as well. She is the one who keeps the Freedom Radio brand fresh and clean as you look at all our graphics. Let's bring her up. My homegirl and yours, Yolanda Wow Praise Morant. Yolanda, great morning to you. What is going on? You're muted, first of all. Still muted.
Sorry.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Okay. Hi. Okay. Hi, how y'all doing? Hope everybody's well, having a good morning. Okay. That's it.
It's all good. She's like, good morning, and that's it. Okay.
Well, that's it.
We got some more people chiming in. Listen, Demetrius, you're gonna be doing double work today because we want to make sure that everybody is chiming in on the chat. So that you can know who is hanging out with us. So we've got some more people. Didi Felder chimes in and says, she says, I don't need the 50. She just needs the hoodie. So that means that if she wins, she don't want the 50. We can do another one and be able to give that 50 out if she wins. So we'll find out. Stacey Williams says that to you, Demetrius, just make sure that you send her the winning bingo card. It's all good. Deborah is hanging out saying that she wants one. I think that she's talking about she wants you want a hoodie Deborah, or are you talking about you want the bingo card? We'll make sure you got the bingo card, and we'll talk about the hoodie in just a moment. I see my homegirl, Sunny Vaughn. Yes, she is talking about the things that we had going on Sunday. Shout out to Gay Harris. You'll be seeing pictures of Gay in a couple of days, too. She was one of our models on Sunday. Shout out and a good morning to Tracy J. Wilson. Tracy, what's going on? How are you today? And she also says, hey, in particular to Yolanda Morant, as well as Cambria, says, hey to Yolanda Morant. Ain't nobody said nothing to me. But anyway, shout out to Tracy J. Wilson, who also says, hey to Emetrius, and Deborah has been specific. Awesome. I'm glad that you want the hoodie. I'm super hyped that you want the hoodie. We'll talk about it in just a second. Tracy J. Wilson wants to make sure that she gets a bingo card, and you will. And thanks. She finally says, hey, Dito. Thank you. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate you being so nice and kind. Now, here's what we're going to do. Speaking about the Freedom Radio hoodie, first of all, let me just say that we are in our anniversary season. April 1st was our official 10-year anniversary of Freedom Radio. I can't believe it. We are now a decade old. And just like James Cleveland said, I don't feel no ways tired. You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe the Lord, well, thank you, Lord Jesus. I don't think he's brought us this far just to leave us. So I am excited about everything that's happening here in Freedom Radio Land, as Pancho normally says. And I think Demetrius says the same thing too. Listen, I do have a particular commercial as we're talking about this whole Freedom Radio season. With April, May, and June, we're using all three of those months to celebrate our 10-year anniversary. We've got new stuff. You know what? I tell you what. I was getting ready to tell you what it is. Why don't I just hush and play the commercial? Everybody, take a quick peek at this. Hey, everyone. This is Demetrius Tollfree, here with some amazing news that you must hear. Freedom Radio is now officially 10 years old. And to celebrate this milestone, we have introduced a bunch of new FDR gear. We want all of our team members, friends, family, and well-wishers to help us celebrate by purchasing items from our store. We have hoodies in an array of colors and sizes, both pullover and zip up. We have t-shirts, water bottles, Freedom Radio and Shop Talk mugs, iPhone cases, hats, and yes, even masks. Simply go to freedomradio.com/shop. Again, that's freedomradio.com/shop to purchase your items. We appreciate all of your dedication and support for this last decade, and we can't wait to share what's next from your radio station, the People's Station, freedomradio.com.
Freedom music. Freedom music. Get into this freedom music.
And we are back. Yes, we are in our 10-year anniversary season, and I am super, super excited. And I see so many people that was in that commercial. I want to say thank you to all the people who came this past Sunday. We had a great time. Thanks, Dee Dee Felder. She says, oh, hey, Demetrius Tollfree, thanks so very much. Deborah, thank you. We are super excited about it. And yes, I know. Dee Dee Felder came out, and she was a great model as well. We're going to feature Dee Dee a little bit later this week. Thank you, Cambria, who shouts out and says congratulations. Thank you so much as well to you, Tracy J. Wilson. We appreciate all this love and all of the support. So those of you, if you did not catch it, even though it kind of went a couple of times, if you want to be able to get your Freedom Radio information, if you want to be able to get your Freedom Radio stuff, thank you, Sunny Vaughn, who said that she enjoyed the commercial. Thank you, ma'am. If you want to be able to get all of your information, you could just simply go to freedomradio.com/shop. I can't say it like Ashlyn does, but freedomradio.com/shop. Bless you. And you'll be able to get whatever you want to get. We have hoodies, as you saw, in an array of colors. Again, they're both pullover and zip up. We have t-shirts. I'm wearing a brand new color, this blue colored t-shirt. We have an array of colors, a bunch of them. We have mugs. I still have my Shop Talk mug right here. I also have a Freedom Radio mug. We have water bottles. I have a bottle. I saw Dee Dee Felder with hers, and I think Stacy and some other people have theirs as well. So much more. We have masks. We have baseball shirts. Now, we got an array of stuff in there. So just do yourself a favor. We don't know if we're going to have a big event, but we want everybody to be able to purchase Freedom Radio gear by simply going to freedomradio.com/shop. All right. I do see other people hanging out with us. Hey, Valita, thank you so very much. Please go right ahead and order your hoodie today. We can't wait to see you donning one of our hoodies. Thank you. And thank you, Dee Dee. She says the orange is popping, and Gay was there, and she said she was able to meet some new friends. Oh, really, Denisha? Denisha says that she wants to model. You know what? I have a plan for you, Denisha. That's awesome. I know that you have 2 different hoodies. That's great. I love the way you're thinking. Why don't we plan for a photo shoot with you in mind? Gay Harris pulled me to the side yesterday, and she texted me and said, hey, it's getting ready to get hot. I want you to make a Freedom Radio tank top. I said, you know what, Gay, you might, flesh and blood may not have revealed that to you. So we are working on a particular Freedom Radio tank top for the women and for men. Now, I'm not going to have one because I don't want my mama arms to be showing, but I'll make sure that we get it for any of those who want to get it and make it happen. And Dee Dee Felder was there, yes. And the laughter was crazy. We did have a lot of fun this past Sunday. We'll show more pictures of it as we go. We'll figure out who today's model of the day will be, and we'll get a chance to get that going on. It is all to the good. All right, y'all, let's get ready to jump into our birthdays. Today we've got birthdays, and thank you, Demetrius. I see I got my bingo card in my messenger. Thank you. I will be pulling that up in just a moment. And now let's get ready to pull up our birthdays. And so I will go first since I'm already here. And let me see. Yep. Oh, we got some good birthdays. Okay, cool. Happy, I gotta type it in. Happy birthday. Couple exclamation points. I did spell it right this time. It's all good. Happy birthday to Destiny Ford. She is the youngest daughter of Danny and Michelle Ford, who are also there on this past Sunday. Shout out to my friend Sebastian Wheat. Today is his birthday. Elder Phyllis Price Talton. Today is her birthday. Bless you. Shout out to Cecilia Otis. Happy birthday. 62nd birthday to Tony Hamilton. Happy birthday to Naya Osibin. Hopefully I said that right. Darwin Ali has a birthday today. Eugene Staples turned 56 today. Shout out and happy birthday to Timothy Taylor Sr. He turned 61. My young dude, Javance Butler, incredible musician in the Bay. He turns 42 today. And shout out to one of my good friends, Michael Cotton. He turns 58. To Saucer Marvin has a birthday today. My homegirl, India Little, who I saw is out in Hawaii today, celebrating her birthday. She turns 35. The incredible vocalist, Erica Pringle, says that she turns 40 today. So happy 40th birthday to Erica Pringle. Happy birthday to my friend out in Kansas City, Missouri, the missionary Jamie Johnson, to have the birthday today. And last but not least on my list, Arletha Murray also has a birthday. And Yolanda, we'll come to you next. What birthdays might you have on today?
Hey, all right. So today is, I'm back home, it's Felicia Hall's birthday. What's up, girl? The shoe girl herself. Jordan Woolfolk, Juanita Stillworth. Let's see, Erica Pringle, as we already announced, today's her birthday. Lavette Miles, today is her birthday. Quincy Coleman, Kat Wrinkles, today is her birthday. And then today is Tally Rogers. So if you know of Pastor Tim Rogers, this is his sister. The whole family sings. Let me get that straight first. So today is Tally Rogers' birthday. Happy birthday, Tally.
Awesome. Stuff. Good stuff. All right, Demetrius, last but not least, what birthdays do you have? We don't have Ashley with our celebrity birthdays. I might be able to find them. But what birthdays might you have today?
Yes, I have just quite a few birthdays today, as you have already mentioned, D-Total. Of course, some of our birthdays, many of us we already share, but of course, I have to definitely shout out to India Little. Happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to you, my FT. Love you much. Enjoy your day, your time over there in Hawaii. It's a wonderful place to be. Also, a birthday shout out to the one and only Erica Pringle. Happy birthday to you. You guys go check her out. She has a wonderful cosmetic line that she is doing very well with. Definitely go check out the beautiful Erica Pringle. Today is her birthday. Also, to Kim Garner, happy birthday to you. Also, Natasha Nicole, happy birthday to you. Jarrell White, happy birthday. Wilma, Trailer, happy birthday to you. Jermaine Dawson, happy birthday to you. Also, Mona Lisa Golden, happy birthday to you. And also have to give a birthday shout out to my own cousin, Miss Vicky Love, all the way down there in Sacramento, California. Happy birthday to you and to everybody out there in Freedom Radio Land and across the world. We definitely want to wish everybody in the world a wonderful happy birthday, whether we called your name and we didn't. Your birthday is to be celebrated. Today is your day. Turn up.
That's good stuff. That is great stuff. And you know, I do have the celebrity birthday app that Ashton has. And as I'm scrolling through, a couple of names pop out. We'll do this quickly. Our former president, not him, but from many years ago, Thomas Jefferson. I believe his photo is on the $20 bill. I believe. Today would have been his birthday. He was born way back in 1743. Today would have been his birthday. Ty Dolla $ign. Is he a rapper or something like that? Ty Dolla $ign?
Rapper. Yeah, he's a rapper.
Okay, today's his birthday. Anyone want to guess how old he is?
He's like 25.
About buck 20. Mm-hmm.
No, he is 39 today.
Oh, really?
Ty Dolla $ign?
39.
What?
Yeah, he's up there. He is up there. And as we scroll through, one other notable birthday comes to mind that you all may know. Now, for those of you from the Bay Area who would keep up with baseball, former player from the San Francisco Giants, Hunter Pence, today is his birthday. He is 38. And here is a notable birthday. Love and happiness. Al Green.
Al Green.
Al Green's birthday is today.
Al Green's birthday is today. Anybody want to guess how old Al Green is?
82.
54. I'll take 800 for $50.
Al Green is a spry 75 years old.
Really?
He is 75 today. And I just wanted to mention him. There's a bunch of other people on here. I don't even know who they are. But happy birthday to Al Green, man. He is 75.
Al Green?
Huh?
Oh, I'm just saying, yeah. Come on, Al Green. Yeah.
Yeah, he is 75. Tracy J. Wilson was like, he's 78. Dee Felder said the same thing. She thought he was 78. But Tracy also said that that's her dude to him. Anyway, you guys are making me funny. Sonny Vaughn chimes in and says, happy birthday to Hunter. I'm assuming she's talking about Hunter Pence from the San Francisco Giants. Tracy J. Wilson, you were close at 78. You were close. He is 75 years old. Delasia Campbell is in the virtual building. What is going on, Delasia? Glad to have you hanging out. She says, hey to me. Then, of course, chimes into her buddy, Demetrius. And I'm sure before long, she'll have something to say to Yolanda as well. All right.
Hey.
This is a great day. Great day. Yep. And as I mentioned, here it is. Delasia wants to make sure that she says, what's up to you as well, Yolanda? Glad to have you hanging out. Now, I am excited. And Demetrius, I want to jump in on today's giveaways. You've pricked my emotions, and I want to jump in on today's giveaway. So here's what I want to do. So we're gonna do a couple things. So you said that you're going to give away a Miracle Me long sleeve tee and a $50 cash giveaway.
Correct.
I'm chiming in from Freedom Radio. We now have long sleeve tees as well. No one has one as of yet. So we're going to let one of our winners today be the first person to be able to get a long sleeve Freedom Radio tee. So I'm jumping in on the giveaway. So let's do that in just a few moments. So those of you chiming in on the chat, if you have not as of yet gotten your bingo card, make sure you chime in on the chat. Demetrius will make sure that you get a bingo card. And we've got a few things to give away today. I'm super excited. Last but not least, hey, Yolanda, how did things go with your boxes? How did things go? Were you able to get rid of all of them? How's that going?
So no, I have 2 big boxes left, and I'm peeking over because I can see them right here. You do know we are in our living rooms, people. We're not like in the studios. Okay, sorry to hurt your feelings. All right, so I have like about 6 medium boxes left. So I want to give away a box today. I want to give away a medium. I do. I want to give away a box today. You guys are so kind and so nice to me, and I feel cute. Okay, so I want to give away a box today. So let's see that. But I'm a little different than them. Y'all make it easy. So you have to follow 2 things you have to do. Okay. So you have to follow Freedom Radio. All right. Wouldn't be fair if you didn't do that. So you have to follow Freedom Radio on Instagram. All right. And you have to follow Love Fetish on Instagram. So I'm going to type.
This is getting good. So those of you who are watching today, this is getting good. Just for tuning in, you're going to get now a few opportunities to win something just for watching us today. This is getting gooder and
just for watching.
So Yolanda is going to type in the Instagram for the Love Fetish. All you have to do on Facebook or on Instagram is at Freedom Radio, FREEDEM Radio, and make sure that you're following us there.
I love Didi Felder.
What did Didi Felder say?
This lady is amazing. She followed, like, I didn't even give it up yet. She followed, but this is how you're gonna win. So you have to be following Freedom Radio and Love Fetish, and okay, we are Gospel Music Station. Tell us the year that Strength, John P. Key's album, live in Atlanta, came out. All right, so that's the question.
Okay.
Strength, John P. Key's live album in Atlanta, the year it was released.
Okay, so here we're getting into our first giveaway right now. So tell us the year that John P. Key's Strength, the original. Now we played Strength, the Doobie Powell remake version of that at the top of the show. But what year did John P. Key originally do that? Type that in the chat right now. The first person that does that, and of course follows Freedom Radio and Love Fetish on Instagram, will win this box. So we're in our first giveaway right now. So come on, y'all. What is the year?
I'll give you a hint, but you have to know this. It was the same year I graduated from high school.
So we got Didi Felder with?
Didi Felder wins again.
Wow, Didi Felder. Stacey tried to come in with 2015. No way, man. No way. It's all good. Okay.
1997. Yes.
So here we go. Didi Felder has already won a Love Fetish box. We already know that she follows Freedom Radio on Instagram. She just followed Love Fetish on Instagram as well. And she came up with the right year. Didi Felder, boy, she is something else.
So Didi Felder, inbox me your she said that is the album. It is the album. The album's still amazing. So inbox me your mailing address, please, and you'll get a Love Fetish box. And I have brand new mask that I've never talked about until today. So shout out to Keitha Carter for making sure that everybody's covered. So send me your address, inbox me your address, and I'll put it in the mail.
Okay, I love
Tell me your favorite color and inbox me your mailing address.
Okay, so you got me working over here. Y'all got me working day and night. And so I'm feeling this. I am feeling this. I want to put something on the screen because Didi Felder, man, as long as I have known her, I haven't known Didi Felder super, super long, But as long as I have known Dee Dee Felder, man, she has been an incredible supporter of everything Freedom Radio. Me and Allegra was just talking about this on yesterday, how supportive Dee Dee Felder is. And I am trying to find, if I can, where is my messenger? Okay, so something happened to my Facebook. We'll bring it up in just a minute. So, Demetrius, this is we're already rolling. We're already making things happen. Has anyone not gotten their bingo card as of yet? We want to make sure that everyone has a bingo card. We are going to make sure that we do that. And we may start a little bit before the top of the hour. We will find out in just a second. But I want to do something. Dee Dee Felder, a major supporter of Freedom Radio. And she came out Sunday and she did her thing. And I just want to throw something on the screen real quick because she was not playing the other day. Take a look at Dee Dee.
First of all, Dee Dee Felder is, let me see, B-A-D. Huh. Dee Dee Felder, ma'am.
Yeah, Dee Dee Felder showed up in her blue Freedom Radio hoodie and she was rocking out. She made things happen and super glad that she did her thing. We're going to feature her. We'll show a few more pictures of her this week on Facebook, but she came through and showed us how modeling is done and had a great time. She came, her face was beat. I don't know who did her makeup, but she came, she was not playing. She came with her face beat. She came with her camouflage pants and stuff, and she had all of her stuff. She had her hoodie, t-shirts. She had a phone case. She had a water bottle. She was ready for everything that we were trying to do, and she made it happen. Thank you, Dee Dee, for doing that. And she says she's about to take a victory lap. She is so funny. Anyway, we've got more comments coming in about Dee Dee Felder. Yes, she is amazing. And yep, Gay finally got a chance to meet her face to face. Tracy J. Wilson says that's her sister. Sunny Vaughn, who we just showed a few minutes ago, gives shouts out to Dee Dee Felder, talking about she is beautiful, most definitely. And yes, Dee Dee Felder, I see you, Stacy. And Gay also says yes, she was ready, and yes, she was great. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Let's take a quick music break. I'm gonna stay in this Doobie Powell vein. Doobie Powell is one of my favorite producers, and so we're gonna stay in this Doobie Powell vein, and we're gonna take a quick music break. When we come back from the break, we will get ready to do a few other things. We've got 2 other giveaways. If you have not gotten your bingo card as of yet, type in the chat that you haven't gotten it so Demetrius can make sure that you get it. We have a couple of bingo giveaways that we're going to do. Today is going to be absolutely great. If you haven't done so as of yet, share today's stream. Share it on Facebook so that everyone can be able to participate and make this happen. Let's take this music break. When we come back, we'll have some things to talk about. So keep it locked right here to your favorite network. Y'all know what it is, children. If you don't know, just read what's on my chest. It is freedomradio.com.
He is Lord. He is Lord. He is risen from the dead, and He is Lord. Oh, every knee shall bow, every
that I'm nothing without him. Yeah, didn't have to do it, but I'm glad he did. Yeah. You made the lame, I made the blind. Yeah. On the cross, you let it die for me. No, I never felt a greater love. I thank God for sending you from above. You have all power in your hand. You destroyed the devil's plan, and you didn't have to do it, but I'm glad you did. So glad you did. You can say what you want, you can do what you will, yeah. But as long as I live, yeah, I'm living for you. I'm living for you. Everything that I do, I do it for you. Yeah. Don't mistake my groove. This groove is for you. Owe it all to you. Some people may not believe. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. Oh, Jesus Christ is Lord. Oh, Jesus Christ is Lord.
All right, y'all. We are back. We are back. Welcome back to Shop Talk, where literally no person and no subject is off limits. Glad to have everybody hanging out with us. We're doing giveaways today. We've already done one great giveaway as we bring back Demetrius Hunter and Yolanda Wild Praise Morant. We have already given out a Love Fetish box, courtesy of Yolanda Morant. Shout out to Dee Dee Felder, who is a serious winner around here. She always winning something. She always making things happen. And we are glad to be able to provide that. Now, I want to bring up this story real quick. I want to bring up a story that, one of them stories that makes me go, If you're anything like me, we've been in a pandemic for about a year. And during this whole pandemic, if you're anything like me, or anything like Yolanda, Amazon has become your friend. Just like I'm sure Stacey Williams, who is a huge Amazon user as well. Amazon is in the news, and probably for a reason that you would not think about. The drivers, the Amazon drivers are getting nervous. They're getting nervous because, if you've ordered something from Amazon, you know that when they get close in the area or when you're getting ready for a delivery, you can monitor where they are. Have any of you guys did that where you track your package? They can, they're 7 stops away or whatever. As we welcome my dude, Ja'Cory Prothro, to the virtual building. Ja'Cory, what is going on? Makes me laugh.
Nothing but a late day. Praise the Lord.
It's off to the good. You came in at a good time. So if you're anything like me, yes, I do. When Amazon, when I'm waiting for something from Amazon, I want to know where they are. I want to know how soon they're going to get here. And so many of us through the Amazon app have been able to track these drivers. The drivers are getting nervous because, if you probably got some folks from Richmond, probably got some folks from East Oakland trying to go chase down the Amazon driver before he gets to your house. I'm sure this has happened. So anyway, let me share part of this story. The Amazon app to monitor drivers while in the delivery vehicles is called Mentor, but it doesn't seem to be helping the workers. It was recently reported and given to us that the tracking app comes from Amazon, that it was confirmed a few weeks ago that the AI cameras in vans to monitor drivers' behavior and flag any safety issues Those cameras are used on top of the separate driver safety app. The app is tracking the driver at all times, either on the Amazon provided device or driver's personal cell phones. Wow. Well, how you tracking me on my personal cell phone? Anyway, Mentor is made by eDriving, which describes the app on its own website as a smartphone-based solution that collects and analyzes drivers' behaviors, most predictive and crash risk. That is a tongue twister, and helps remediate risky behavior by providing engaging, interactive micro training modules delivered directly to the driver in the smartphone app. But when they talked to us, the driver said, who said the app's most invades their privacy or dangerous driving behavior. I guess they're driving kind of crazy on their way to y'all and probably trying to miss y'all. Anyway, one driver said even though he didn't answer a ringing phone, the app docks points for using a phone while driving. So the phone rang and he didn't even answer it, but he got docked points for the phone even ringing in his vehicle. Another worker was flagged for distracted driving at every delivery stop she made. The incorrect tracking has real consequences, ranging from restricted payouts and no bonuses, as well as to job loss. This whole thing is crazy. Let me just finish this up by saying the drivers have come up with creative workarounds to appease the Mentor app, which often determines any movement as a sign of distracted driving. Reddit and other online forums, as well as YouTube videos, give advice on how to keep your Mentor high score while doing your job. Being forced to game an app instead of focusing on the task or driving gets packages delivered safe and sound. So these drivers are being monitored in more than one type of way, and they're getting docked for stuff that they're not even doing. But I will say this about Amazon. Sometimes them Amazon drivers be lying. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it that way, but they're not always truthful, because they have told me several times that they delivered something and I go out, there's nothing there. And then the next day they come and it magically pops up at my door. I'm like, man, why you lie? Just say you didn't deliver it. So, I mean, Amazon is getting crazy. I don't know if any of you guys have had any of these type of issues with Amazon, but they doing some stuff for me. Valita chimes in and says that she needs Amazon rehab. I feel you.
It's very addictive.
It is. I agree. I agree. And I see you, Diamond Feet. What is going on, Diamond Feet? Haven't seen you in a long while. Glad to have you hanging out with us today. Okay, Jacory, you came in at a good time. We are in anniversary season, and we're in this mode of doing giveaways. At the top of the hour, in just about 10 minutes, Demetrius has a giveaway, and so does Freedom Radio. And we're doing bingo. We're doing bingo today. Did you get your bingo card yet?
Oh, Jesus. Let's see what's going on.
I've sent all cards out.
Okay.
I have a bingo card.
You don't have one?
I do.
Okay, perfect. Even better. That's what we wanted to know. So we have a couple giveaways to do, and let me just put my bingo card on my iPad. That way I can see it better and make sure that my numbers aren't missed. And there we go. It is all good. Okay, now, before we jump into bingo, Jacory, we was talking a little bit last week, and we didn't get a chance to really dive into it, but we was going to talk about this whole Mahalia thing. Have you guys had a chance to see it yet?
It didn't really interest me to where I didn't never finish it. I never finished it. It wasn't.
Okay, it didn't jump out. It didn't leap
It
out.
wasn't like
It just wasn't.
Mm-mm.
It just wasn't good.
It wasn't.
Okay, first of all, it was on Lifetime. Okay, let's be nice. Okay, so real talk like we're a real station. All right, so it's on Lifetime. I will say this was a better Lifetime movie than previous Lifetime, biopics. I think it's hard to come behind. I'm sure it wasn't a go to come behind Aretha, but I think it's hard to come behind something so well done and broken down so far. So shout out to the actors. I can't remember her name, but shout out to the actors who played, Mahalia. I'm sure that wasn't easy. I think the thing is that Cynthia can show nothing, huh? Okay. Oh,
Mhm.
girl, we're like, first I was like, you sing? That was my first thought.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Mahalia? I watched it. I just was like, and then the ending, I was like, see, biopics on Lifetime are always, because it always ends weird. So
That
the
was weird.
ending, I was like, oh, it's over?
Yeah. That was a very, very weird ending. I did watch it. I caught it in the middle, and then I went back and watched it from beginning to end. And some of the stuff didn't make sense to me. Like, I thought they was going to really dive into why she had those little dolls or whatever. I guess that was supposed to represent the children that she didn't have or something like that. I'm not sure. I did watch
No,
it.
I think the dolls represented her when she was a child. And, kids, like some kids set up batteries, some kids set up all their toys. I think that was the representation of that.
Yeah.
That's what I gathered.
But
But
see,
there was a lot of stuff they left out.
like what?
She actually married, her second husband was white.
No, her first husband was white.
Oh, the first husband was white.
Yeah, the first husband was white.
See, there was a lot of stuff they left out.
I'm with you. So the way they did it, they went from her being a child all the way to being a grown adult married or something like that.
Oh, there was no middle.
Yeah, there was no middle. We don't know how she matriculated from being a kid to being, this great singer and all this kind of stuff. Sonny Von chimes in. She says she didn't enjoy it, but I enjoyed the first of the 7 Deadly Sins series. I haven't seen that yet.
Just to wish you hell yeah out, huh?
It
I'm
was
looking at that.
good.
I'm gonna take a look through. I'm gonna take some time and watch that. I might see it today because I'm off today. But I did watch the whole Mahalia thing, and there was found out that she was really a trip, which I kind of thought. I thought that she probably was a trip and was bossy. I didn't know she was as arrogant as they kind of depicted her to be. But yeah, I learned
there was a lot, like you said, there was a lot they left out. There was a story. Wasn't she offered to sing R&B or blues or something at that point? And she was offered quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
And she turned it down. That was left out. The story made you feel. I'm not stepping all over you, but I grew up. Most black children in church, we grew up. Our mamas played Mahalia, right? So I just was disappointed at the way they depicted her. Like, you gonna tell the story? She was shady. She was mean. Okay, fine, but it was just so much they left out, and it definitely gave you. Did her and Martin have some kind of going on? I was like, what is this? Is confusing.
But she was quite a bit older than Martin, though. I won't say quite a bit. She was born in 22. He was born in 29. So a 7-year difference.
But it still gave me they had a little something, especially when the husband left her because Martin kept coming to the house to try to see her. So it was like,
Martin
but they didn't really go into it. They just left the story because when he came to the door, he's like, "Listen, young man, listen here, son. Just step to the side. Let me see Miss Jackson."
Yeah. It
After that, the husband left.
I wish I would have had that commercial that used to come on BET 85 times in one day with her with them waves, them finger waves. Do y'all remember that Mahalia Jackson commercial?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And it used to actually kind of scare me. It used to make me feel like I was going to somebody's funeral. So I would hate for the commercial to come on right before I was asleep.
Okay, but there is
But I
another
didn't
one.
enjoy it.
You didn't enjoy it. I didn't think you. But there is
I'm
another
waiting
one.
for the Tina Turner. I didn't get a chance to watch the thing they have about Tina Turner, but I do want to check that one out. I heard that it's very good.
There's another Mahalia. Now let me tell you something. There's another Mahalia with Jill. Now listen.
Lord have mercy.
Yes.
Y'all gonna stop with the double
that's gonna be
takes.
amazing. Because
No. We're gonna stop with the biopics, follow with the movies, and then we switching the characters out and all this. Mahalia don't went from being light skinned to now she dark skinned, and now we gonna stop.
Yeah.
Now, I do agree with that. I mean, I don't know how long Demetrius gonna let us stay here. I do agree with that. I think pick a struggle and pick one person. Now, I do agree with that firmly. Pick one person. And let's tell that story out. Like I prefer Cynthia over Jennifer. That's fine if you don't like my thought, but I prefer Cynthia over Jennifer any day of the week. So I agree with you. Let's pick one person.
You prefer
I do
Cynthia
not
over
wanna hear
Jennifer?
that.
Oh God, yes.
No, you
Yes.
didn't.
Don't
You
make me
prefer
Yes,
Cynthia
yes,
over
I-
Jennifer?
All
Listen,
day.
Jen got the Oscar.
There's
don't for that.
money
For
in
that.
politics and
Y'all prefer
um,
Beyonce over Jen too, but Jen got the Oscar. Beyonce.
yeah, but see
but
that's
I don't
all
feel
that
like
is.
she
That's
was
money
wrong.
in politics and people talking and
It wasn't no
negotiating.
money in politics because wasn't nobody even paying it. We went to see Dreamgirls because Beyonce was. We wouldn't pay. We knew Jennifer Hudson from American Idol, but come on, let's be real. Y'all wasn't really looking for her like that. Let's be real. So I mean, we went because we was like, oh, okay, Beyonce. No, okay. They showed that little clip of her standing there singing, "Listen" for the little feature, and you like, okay, yeah, I gotta go see this. I gotta.
But
Miss Beyonce.
I can put her
Come on, babe.
voice. But see, I can
And when
put
I
her
got
voice
there and got Miss Jennifer
Holiday.
Hudson, I was like,
Not Aretha. Jennifer's
Aretha,
voice is not
though.
Aretha. She
Now I
screamed
could
too
have
much.
appreciated
Aretha
her
didn't
as
scream.
Mahalia.
you ain't seen Aretha Jennifer playing that Aretha Franklin on that piano in the living room
No, I'm
with
just
David Jackson on the video. Oh, you need to go
I
back
was
and
good
press
when
play
they
again.
announced her name.
I better go back and press play again.
No. They could have gave her
No.
Mahalia though. I could have dealt with that. That would have been nice. Not Aretha though. And I'm mad that they keep bashing. Give Fantasia a part.
But what is Fantasia gonna play though?
I don't know. She
Because
needs to-
Fantasia is wonderful. She's a wonderful, amazing singer, but her acting is horrible. No, no shade. Let's be for real. Let me sip to my shop talk tea on that.
Well, you get my vote. Bingo.
She's an amazing singer. I will buy the highest paid ticket for her. But baby, when it comes to that stage, Love Done Color Purple. Now, understand this: stage drama and screen drama is two different type of things.
Yeah.
Don't think because they turned it on the Color Purple on that stage, she can come turn it behind this movie screen. Y'all seen that Fantasia movie and she played herself. So I'm gonna just leave it right there and sip my tea on my coffee.
Yeah.
Y'all saw the Fantasia movie and she played herself.
So,
She was young. You gotta give a girl a chance.
so Sonny Vaughn chimes in to say Fantasia for Sarah Vaughn. And then he also chimes in and agrees with you, Demetrius. So we got people, we get different people from both sides of the spectrum. So in regards to this Mahalia thing, I think there were some key points left out that should have been exposed. There a lot of stuff that just made, as my kids would say.
Yeah, it ended horribly.
Yeah. And Didi Feta says that she's a better actress and her singing is beautiful. Okay.
And why after 60 years we find out that she's the one that inspired him to do that I Have a Dream speech out there on
It was
Washington.
corny.
And then the way they presented it, like it was very,
Ghetto.
she's like, go ahead, tell him, King, tell him about the dream. I'm like, huh?
It was so horrible.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I've watched this video since I was a kid from time and time again. I don't see nowhere in the video anybody in the background yelled out, "Say it, King." Did I miss that part?
Well, she was on the stage a few feet away from him.
No, my grandmother, I don't know if she still had. My grandparents have sat us down and we watched that whole, they had aired it. And my grandmother literally had it. She has she just hoards everything. And I'm going to see if she still had, but we watched Mahalia sing to the time when they presented Dr. King to get up and speak. I didn't hear that. I mean, of course, audio is a little more updated now, so you can kind of catch everything in the background. I don't know, but I didn't hear it.
It was the way it was done, though, for me.
I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I didn't hear it.
I know Demetrius gonna tell us to let this go. It was just the way it was done. It was very ghetto.
It was so bland. It was so
It was just
dry.
like, go ahead and tell him. Come on.
Go and tell him King about the dream.
Yeah, I in all my times of paying attention to that, never saw that, never knew that.
No one's never mentioned it either.
I didn't know they had that type of relationship. In my opinion, I mean, even when watching Aretha, I didn't know that Martin Luther King had that type of relationship with the Franklin. So I'm learning more and more as some of these biographies come out. So we'll see what what happens with the next biopic on whoever comes.
But these biopics is kind of. Let me stay off of that. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Oh yeah, they telling stories people they want to be told.
To me, it is kind of breaking up as to what so much of what the church is fighting with today. Because if this was and how we make it seem like the church sometimes present things in situations as though this is just happening. Oh my God, this never happened in a day. I'm watching movies though of gospel artists talking about experiences in church growing up, or regular artists, and these are. It's to me is giving me an open view of just like so much more than just the movie, just everything that is going on in that time, and whoo, it's just I'm still stuck on this 12-year-old pregnant child.
Did we ever find out who the real daddy was? Did we ever find that out?
That's funny.
I'm just asking, I'm asking for me. Did we?
They said it's Clarence. Clarence, is that his name?
The daddy?
The dad.
For Riri's first one or the second one?
Yeah. Now wait, maybe I'm mixing up. Maybe that's the child's name. No, but they did put it out who the father was.
The father was the guy that she met at the bar. That was the guy she started sleeping with. They kind of played the scene, but they didn't show the actual action. Like you got to kind of.
Well, I mean, so so those of you watching, I know we were talking about Mahalia. We've now switched back to Aretha, and we're talking about now her first child, who many people said that the father of her first child was her actual father, C.L. Franklin. Are we now putting that rumor to bed that it was not her father? Now you're saying it was the guy that she met at the bar when she was 12?
I'm saying the picture that they painted was the guy that they met at the bar. But when the grandmother said, "How could you let this happen?" She's just 12 or something like that. And then like the history, and then they went back to the story when the mother found out that he had a 12-year-old girl pregnant back in Memphis. And, so the way they was playing everything back and forth, because it was kind of like, okay, y'all, this is kind of, we're going to paint this picture for y'all. Now, y'all got to figure it out because everybody been wondering if that first one was his or not. So, and, she was so, attached to her father. I was on the road with him. And, I don't know.
I see.
Yeah.
They just kind of left the,
I got to wait for him to let me in.
Let who in?
You got Pastor David's.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I was like,
I'm like, who got let in?
I'm like, let who in?
Anyway, it's all to the good. All right, y'all. We're gonna that conversation is something that's gonna have to continue over the next couple of weeks as we start learning more and more about Aretha Franklin. Obviously, we learned a little bit about Mahalia Jackson. I'm actually going to watch part of it again because some of it I'm still trying to piece some things together to make some sense of some stuff. But I'm curious to see what this next Aretha Franklin biopic is going to look like, the one that has Jennifer in it. Not necessarily for the singing part. I want to see how she does her acting. So we'll definitely.
I want to see the storyline because this is the one that the family is actually playing a part in telling the story.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, the last one was not from the family story. However, it was from the experiences of those around, and then from what Aretha, I guess, shared and documented, over her course of time. So it was a collective of documents of that provided a story because the family played no part in providing information for this story. However, Aretha had her own story told. I think didn't she do a book or was going to do a book and then they pulled it at one point?
Now that I don't know. But you know what?
I know she did something that was told was going to tell her life story, and then she said no.
Could be. I can see that happening.
That's where a lot of the information kind of came from. Because I'm like, well, if the family wasn't involved in Riri gone,
yeah,
how did they reach back to her childhood and get to talk about all this? So there's something on the books.
Yeah, and
that all belongs to that estate. And she, I'm shocked that she didn't leave it to for her family to have voiceover. Like that really brought out some truth too.
Sure.
So
yeah, a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to uncover, and a lot of questions still yet remain unanswered. We will find out as we learn more and more about the late great Aretha Franklin, as well as the incredible and late great Mahalia Jackson as well. All right, y'all. It is we are into the second hour of Shop Talk. As I mentioned at the outset of the show, we are in our anniversary season. Those of you who are going to be purchasing items from Freedom Radio, we would love to have you do that. freedomradio.com/shop. You can be able to get an array of items from Freedom Radio. And we're going to plan another Freedom Radio photo shoot as well. I've got tons of photos, so many I haven't even had a chance to edit them all. But we'll definitely get into that, and you'll be seeing more and more photos of people who participated, and maybe just maybe you will be a part of our next Freedom Radio photo shoot. All right, let's get ready now to jump into bingo. We've got some great giveaways. So, Demetrius, I'll let you determine what we give away first. But up for grabs today, $50 cash giveaway, a Miracle Me long sleeve tee, as well as now I'll let the winner, whoever wins from Freedom Radio, you can. I know the weather's about to change. You can either pick a long sleeve tee if you want, or you can pick, like I have on, a short sleeve tee. Your preference. It doesn't matter to me. It's all the same. So either a long sleeve or short tee sleeve for the person who wins from the Freedom Radio standpoint. So with all of that said, everybody who is tuned in, hopefully you have your bingo card. I got mine already, and I am ready to go. So without further ado, Demetrius, the virtual floor is now yours. It's time for bingo.
Yes, it's time for bingo. Everybody get out your bingo cards. They've all been sent to your Facebook Messenger inbox. Even if we're not friends on Facebook, check your inbox right now. It may be in the archive chat area.
Let me chime in for a second. Now, how are we going to know that the person won? Are they going to have to take a screenshot or some sort? How are we going to know that they won? Now, I'm bubbling in mine as we go. That I have the capability with my
so iPad. The person. So once you get bingo, you will type bingo in, of course, in the comment section.
Okay.
And then then that person will move on to the next prize from there.
Okay, so before you start, we got Lori Fairley just chimed in. Lori Fairley Green just chimed in, and she says that she does not have one. So take a moment, Demetrius, and send Lori Fairley Green a bingo card. Lori, look at your Facebook Messenger in the next couple of moments. Let me know, Demetrius, once you've done that, and then we are ready to jump in. I got my Apple Pencil, my iPad. I'm ready to go. I want to win something.
Where's the concession stand? I need some fries and some chicken strips.
I cannot.
Bingo got the best ranch. Oh my goodness, they got the best ranch at the bingo hall.
Okay, Lori is all set to go. Check your inbox. Everybody else that was on the thread that has already commented has already received their cards. At this time, game is now closed. So if you are listening and have not commented, we do apologize, but we definitely thank you for tuning in, and do stand by just to tune in and enjoy the great game of bingo. Let's get ready to call out some numbers and see who's going to be our first winner up for today. Right now, we're going to start it off with our Freedom Radio Apparel. So make sure you have your cards up. If you don't know how to mark your cards, just simply download your card to your iPhone or your Android phone. Use the little cursor just to select the numbers that are there for you. Please keep in mind the card that you have in front of you is the same card I can see on my side as well. So let's be fair. Let's be appropriate. And make sure you type bingo in the comment section once you have won bingo. Do not wait until somebody else has commented bingo 2 numbers later. Then you're like, oh, I got bingo. No, guess what? You missed your opportunity and your chance. If you feel you have already gotten bingo, you have exactly 2 numbers. By the time that 3rd number is called, you are disqualified from calling bingo. You have to wait for your next line to cross. 1 line gets the bingo. Let's get ready to call out some numbers. Okay, try to bear with me here. I'm going to try to also type these numbers in the thread for you all, so that way you'll have them and be able to keep up as well. So our first number on the board. N37. I-26. B4. O73. N44. B7. O61. N31. 31. O 71. N 43. O 66. I 30. N 38. N 39. G 52. I 17. B 10. I 23. I 25. O 63. O 64. B 1. I 22. B 14. O 70. G 53.
Bingo.
Hold on.
Hey!
So
We have
Jacory,
our first bingo from Jacory.
I don't never win nothing.
Congratulations, Jacory. You get your first item up for grabs was our Freedom Radio long sleeve paraphernalia tee. But don't worry, hold on to your card. Keep playing. The game is still going. Are you guys ready for round 2 of bingo?
Oh, come on.
So we can use the same card.
we don't have no choice. We got to use the same
We're
card.
going to use the same card. Okay?
And we keep
We're
the
gonna
numbers
start
we had
fresh.
scratched off.
Reset our bingo caller.
I just reset mine. So
Oh, we
Jacory,
set the card.
you get to pick either a long sleeve tee or a t-shirt. We'll talk offline and you let me know what works best for you.
So we reset the card.
We reset the card. Yeah.
I've reset the card. Keep that same bingo card. We reset the caller. The caller's going to call out the numbers in another strategic way.
Okay. It's back on you. Wow.
What's
Jacory.
the prize?
So let's go. So this is our final prize. Is a Miracle Me Tea plus $50 in cash.
Oh,
So-
Shondo many I see.
Wow. Okay. Here's our second and final prize. T-shirt and $50. All right, everyone, reset your cards. Demetrius, the virtual floor is back on you.
So let's go. Our next round of numbers are coming up. And here we go. G48. O61. B4. N44. N35. N42. G60. I16. O62. O72. O69. I24. I26. G52. G49. G59. N38. I23. N37. B2. I-30. N32. N32. G56. G56. N40. N40. B14. B14. N43. N43. I-17. I-17. G46. G. Oh, we have a winner.
Yay!
Sonny Vaughn, congratulations on being our bingo winner.
I'm so close. I was so close on two different places.
Yeah, I was real close.
So close on two different places. So Sonny Vaughn beat out Lori. Lori also said she got bingo, but Sonny Vaughn was the first person to put it into the chat. So Sonny, you have won $50 cash
And
prize.
a Miracle Me tea.
As a Miracle Me tea. You all will be able to connect offline and make sure that happens.
Yes.
It happens live right here on your station, the People Station, freedomradio.com. And you know, I've added it to our tagline, Demetrius, so you can get credit on that. Your station, the People Station.
Freedom Radio, the People Station, for the people, by the people.
Yeah, it is all good. Well, that's good stuff, man. Well, thank you to everyone who participated. We'll probably do it again in another week or so, or a couple weeks, as we are in this whole Freedom Radio anniversary season. I'm super excited. Again, Jacory, congrats to you. You get to pick either a Freedom Radio tee or a long sleeve tee. Your call. You can let me know which one you choose, and we can go from there. All right, y'all. Let's get ready to change gears for a moment, go down a different avenue. One that might make some people frustrated, one that might make a little people upset. But Minnesota, the state of Minnesota, is highly, highly in the news. Don't know if everyone had a chance to hear about this. Now, we all know that Officer Derek, I've always messed his name up, Chauvin, I think his name, is on trial right now for this whole George Floyd death that happened a year ago. And many of us have been watching it and keeping up with the story of how how Derek's attorneys are trying to twist the story. They originally tried to say that George Floyd's death occurred because of somewhat of a drug overdose or something like that, rather than the knee being on his neck. They're trying to come from all different types of avenues. But this whole thing is going crazy. And now, as of yesterday, another shooting happened by police to a 20-year-old young man on a normal stop. Young man gets shot and died. The police officer thought she was using a taser gun, but actually used her real gun, shot this young man, and he drove off, and within about 2 or 3 blocks of driving, he has an accident and he dies. I don't know what's going on in Minnesota, but the world that we live in is going crazy and crazy. And I just can't believe my eyes. I can't believe what I am seeing. I can't believe what is going on and what we keep hearing in the news every day. Maybe some of you guys can shine a light on this and give us some helpful hints. But here's what I do know. If this boy, Derek, this awesome officer, I was about to say Ossifer, this officer, Derek Chauvin, gets off and doesn't get some sort of jail time, some major jail time for this killing of George Floyd, man, it's going to be mayhem literally around the country. I don't even want to imagine what could possibly happen as a backlash of us, of that judicial system not carrying out what is right in front of their eyes. So, you guys chime in on it. Tell me what you think about this whole George Floyd case, as well as this another killing that happened just a few blocks away from where George Floyd was killed. This whole thing is going crazy. Somebody help me out here.
I just think it's draining at this point.
It
You know what I mean? I'm not, and I know, I mean, it's been happening so long, since my mother's mother. You know what I mean? It's at this point, I mean, to me, maybe it's just me. We've been through a whole world pandemic. Millions of people have died. More have recovered than we've lost, actually. But it's just like after all of that, you know what I mean? Shouldn't you just be caring more about life and more about people? And my thing is, you have to think. And I can let me first say this: I can only imagine what it's like to be a police officer. Every police officer is not bad. Every person carrying a badge is not bad. Everybody's not racist. Everybody's not trying to kill people, you know. But I can only imagine what it's like to live in that process every day. And so there's multiple parts of your brain and thoughts that have to move simultaneously. But the pictures I've seen, the taser looks dramatically different than the gun. So my question is, what's going on? Why if I feel like there's not a lot of planning, you know, the people are up in rage. They're upset, they're angry, and for good reason. So, you know, I mean, I'm just concerned. You know, how did you think you picked up the gun and not the taser? You know, and let me say this: I don't know. We don't know the contents of a person's heart. Maybe they didn't. I mean, seriously, maybe it wasn't like, oh, I'm just going to shoot a black person today. But I just feel like there's just not a lot of training. And I mean, we've been saying this so long. It's just draining to talk about. It's like, it's not that it doesn't matter. It's just, you know, I just feel like we're going to be experiencing this all summer long. Yeah. People back outside, and it's just going to be like next month, this person. And that's not what I want. That's not what I'm proclaiming. That's what I'm declaring. It's just been such a cycle for so long. My question is, what are we going to do?
And you know, the funny thing now, I am no police officer. Never have I been, probably never will be. But I have shot guns. I've gone to the gun range several times. And there has to be a difference in weight of a loaded gun and a taser. I can't think that a taser is the same weight or has the exact same feel as a loaded gun. So that officer had to have had some sort of cognizance. Come on. The taser has a yellow strip around it. You know, there has to have been. And that young man couldn't have done that big of a crime to where you felt like you had to, even if he was going to tase him. I mean, come on. I mean, he's right there. This whole situation is just, oh my God, it is crazy. I see you, Cambria. It's sad. Police is still killing black men. I agree. I agree. I see you, Dede Felder. I'm sick that there had to be a trial, period, for George Floyd's murder. I get it. I'm with you all the way. That should have been an open and shut case. It was captured on video from beginning to end. This whole thing is crazy. I see you, Diamond Fee. She says it's draining and very tiring. I get it. A Glock is much heavier than a taser. Absolutely. Absolutely. A loaded gun has quite a bit of weight to it. And a taser, I know, does not measure in weight to that loaded gun. So I think there should have been a sense of wisdom right there. And what do we even know why this young man was pulled over? Those of you watching, please feel free to chime in the chat. We're talking about everything that's going on in Minnesota, this whole George Floyd case that's going on, as well as another young man shot in Minnesota right there, 20 years old, now gone due to...
and a father.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, now a baby has lost their father. And for what? And what was the real crime? I see you, Bishop Leonard Dew. He says
it was allegedly a routine traffic stop.
So that's what I'm saying. And why was there so many cops there for a routine traffic stop? There was like, by the time they showed the video with him driving off, it was at least four cops there. What was the purpose? What did he do that needed so much police attention? Bishop Leonard Dew chimes in and says, police training is like pilot training. It has to happen or people will die. I get you. And Diamond Fee said he has expired tags. Come on. You're losing your life over expired tags? Come on, man. Andrew Brian Caldwell chimes in and says, it's so sad. I heard you got pulled over due to expired tags. Come on. Really? Is it that serious to where 4 cops need to come and verge on a young man because of expired tags? Corey, I know you've got something to say about this whole situation.
You know, my take on it is I have a problem now because if I get pulled over, I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to do. Do I act off what I know and what I've seen? I don't know what to do. Do I just keep rolling? Do I make them do I make a high speed chase because I want to keep my life? It's just a hard one because my thing is at the end of the day, back in the day when I was taught about police officers, it was that they were peace officers. I don't see any peace coming from the police.
Yeah.
So I'm very concerned. I mean, taking it, I get the black and white. They're really pulling that back strong. But at the end of the day, how do you pull your gun instead of pulling a taser? There's a big difference.
Big difference.
And it just seems to me everybody that they're killing don't even have weapons. So
yeah,
how are you helping? At the end of the day, I think some things need to be restructured. They need to be replanned because at the end of the day, you are a peace officer. You bring in more drama than the streets got.
Yeah, I'm with you. It makes sense, man. I mean, what you're saying makes sense. Diamond Feed chimed in and says, truth be told, she says her tags are expired as we speak. Child, you better get them things done. I don't want to hear nothing about you in the news next. So go get them tags done. Go to DMV, ASA, and P. Didi Felder says Mr. Wright was pulled over on Sunday for a traffic violation, but there was a struggle when he tried to get back into his car after drawing her gun, apparently by mistake, the officer said. And yeah, I heard it. I watched the tape and she said, how do you put holy in that next word together in a statement? Anyway, just shot him. I just shot him. And Sonny Vaughn chimes in and she says, this is out of control. She says, I'm tired of it. And she says that she has to constantly explain this to her children who are now developing their own views on the cops. I get it. Absolutely get it. Tracy J. Wilson says exactly. It's crazy out here. We're still not safe and our lives still don't matter. Kevin Moore, my great friend, chimes in and says, what if a black man kills an officer and then says it was an accident? Would they give him paid leave from his job? Wow, that's a crazy spin on it. Demetrius, we haven't heard from you, man. Tell me, man, what are you thinking about this whole thing? It's going crazy. What's your thoughts?
I'm just really this is one situation. We just had a situation just a week ago in Virginia where a 25-year-old young black man was shot, killed. He was just standing outside. There was some records going on. Police killed him. Now we have this a week and a half, 2 weeks later, down the street in Minneapolis. So it's just getting out of control, and it doesn't seem like it's getting better. It's getting worse. I don't know if maybe the Black Lives Matter is not moving enough for them. I don't know what else is there to do at this point, because now everybody's just on guard, on defense, on, you don't, like Corey said, he don't know what to do when the police pull him over. Black men are now living in fear of who we should be able to call in the time of trouble. But you can't call the police because they might end up shooting you.
Yeah, you're right.
Just being an innocent bystander. And this whole gun and taser foolishness, macaroni, I got a few lyrics I can't say on the radio, but in between that, listen, that's some BS. Okay, I've held a taser, the same one the police use, and I've held a gun. Okay, first of all, when you shoot a gun, there is a reaction from the gun to the jolt in the arm when you're shooting a gun. When you tase, your arm does not jolt. The trigger on a taser and the trigger on a gun are different. Yes, they may have the same contraceptive shape, but a taser is wide and thick as well as the armband, and it doesn't have a full curve cut out gun grip. It is a regular standard grip taser, and you simply pull it. So you can't confuse no gun with no taser. They need to stop letting this continue to be the same exact line that these police continue to use as they continue to kill these people. A gun and a taser don't have the same weight. The body jolt differently from when you shoot a taser and you shoot a gun. Period.
Yeah, most definitely. Like I said, I've shot several guns, and they when they're loaded, they get heavy. And again, the taser has a yellow strip around it. So I mean, there should not have been that much of a difference for her to be able to understand that. Andrew Brian Caldwell said something that really got my attention. He says, "I did hear that there was a warrant for his arrest. Okay, I get it, but still, the officer didn't need to shoot him like that. If he was going to drive away, shoot the tire." I get it. That makes absolute sense. Now, again, I know she was trying to say that she was trying to tase him, but there is a huge difference in weight in a loaded gun and a taser. And
We're trained that in the police academy, the difference between the gun and the taser. That's part of training. That's not something they just hand you and say, okay, you put the taser on the right and put the gun on the left. First of all, like Dito said, the weight in the gun is more once you put bullets in it. The taser weight does not change. It's a cartridge and strings with an electric bolt, a slit, a little thing that's in there. It's the weight of it is nothing. It's almost like holding a child's water gun. Like, come on. They need to stop with this whole, I thought it was a tape. Nah, kill that noise.
Yeah, I agree. So, man.
So I'm going to get me a taser and a gun. I pull it. I'm sorry. I thought it was a taser. I thought it was my taser.
Yeah. It's crazy. Go ahead, Yolanda.
I'm not going to cry today. It's just, I don't understand. My question is, I feel like we're talking to the choir. You know what I mean? The people that need to hear our concerns, they need to hear our hearts. They're not the people, and it's not because they're just not the people watching. They're not the people paying attention. Because my question is, why do you have to shoot first? I certainly agree with Mr. Caldwell. Why not shoot a tire? They can't go real far after you do that. Like, why do you assume? I understand that it's safety protection. You don't know what a person may have, but why do you assume because we're black? I just want to help people. I'm from Denver, Colorado. And the shooting that happened at a high school was not by a black person. They killed about 9 people or so. It was not by a black person. It was a white person. Hi. The shooting at the theater in Denver, Colorado, a theater that I did go to, I was not at the theater there for the shooting. It was not a black man, a black woman, a Latino man or woman, any of those types. It was a white boy who shot up the theater, killed several people. I'm not saying that black people don't carry guns. I'm not saying that black people don't do bad things. I'm not saying that black people have not killed people. I'm not saying that we don't have some issues in our own communities. I am saying we usually are not the people blowing up buildings. That's all I'm saying.
I feel you. We are not.
We are not those people.
We are not explosive specialists. I get it.
No, we're not. So shoot. I mean, I just said, what is the thought about shooting? Like, I really feel like they're afraid of us.
But why? Why would they be afraid of us? We don't have the access to the same things that they have access to. We don't have access to explosives. We don't have access to drugs directly. We don't have access to a lot of things that the police and clear people, as Dee Felder is affectionately called them, we don't have that type of money because we don't sit at those type of tables typically to be able to make those type of moves. So why are we always the one that people are scared of when, I don't know. I just don't get it.
They've been scared of us since the day they brought us over here, but nobody likes to talk about that. They brought the drugs into our communities. We didn't bring the drugs. Yeah. They don't like to talk about that. So this for me is like, now you want to get me mad because I just don't understand. Not only did you take you probably took a future doctor, a future lawyer, a future politician.
We'll never know.
You'll never know. A child will forever forever. They will forever grow up without their biological father.
Yeah.
And now he's gone. So, in my personal opinion, I'm not saying they should kill the man. I know people, that maybe that's the Christian part of me. I'm not saying they should kill the man and kill George Floyd, but I am saying if he doesn't go to jail, y'all better pray.
If he don't go to jail and go to jail for a long time, I can't even fathom what is going to happen, not just in Minnesota, but around the nation as backlash.
But did y'all not know that they just put the anti-lynching law passed in February of 2020? So so all these years we've been living in a country that hadn't passed a law for anti-lynching, which means lynching was not considered a federal crime. They just passed that in 2020. So this is the world we've been living in. So if you can hold out for not passing a lynching bill, and we're supposed to be in a country of freedom, why is this even just now passing if we're supposed to be justice and liberty for all? Why is this still passing if Black America is now created equal? Why is this not just now passing if we can have the rights to vote and do everything else that white America? Why are we just now passing an anti-lynching bill?
Because they don't.
Why?
We don't want to talk about it. Because this is not just justice and liberty for all. This is not what that is.
So
my mom says it all the time. Right. Had there been a Black man stepping on a white man, he'd already been locked up. The key they'd already threw the key out. It would have already been that. When I was watching it yesterday, when I don't want to call him the wrong name, but when the doctor, he said he died from not having any oxygen. This is a closed case.
Yeah.
You killed that man.
Definitely. Somebody he knew. Derek knew George. I think they worked together in security somewhere before. So they were familiar with each other. So it's almost as if it was premeditated once he saw him, like, oh, this is my chance to get back at him for whatever may have happened from whenever their paths crossed before. And Dede Felder puts up a great question. Why do we put them on administrative leave? And Kevin Moore mentioned that it's paid administrative leave. And we get this other great comment from Valita Watkins Whitfield, who says the officer was a training officer with over 26 years of experience. She says that she knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this whole thing is crazy. Tracy J. Wilson is chiming in saying, yeah, that she agrees. And then Dede Felder says, I can't watch any of the trial. I also still have chills from hearing George cry out for his mom. She says she felt that in her gut. That's a mother speaking as if she was hearing the voice of her child that she could not help. I am a parent. Y'all might think that I'm crazy. My son is 24. I still have DJ. He has to be home by midnight. I'm still cognizant of the fact that he's a Black man in America. And I know he wants to hang out and be with his friends, doing, I don't know what all they be doing. But my son, I can't say what my son will or will not do. But from the way I know him, he pretty much stays out of trouble. But even still, I want him home by 12 so that he won't get any type of mistaken identity. He drives a black car that has tinted windows. You never know what can happen. A lot of times people get pulled over for mistaken identity. This young man pulled over for expired tags, has lost his life. People are getting pulled over and killed for a little bit of nothing. Where when I watch America's Most Wanted, which is back on TV, the people that they're searching for, oh my God. These are people who have robbed people, who have killed people, who have set people on fire. Stuff I watch on Dateline every Friday night after the Blacklist, shameless plug. When I'm watching Dateline and all these type of shows where real criminal activities are happening, these people it's taking them years to find them, and they're not shooting them first. They trying to arrest them. Where when it comes to us, they shooting first, asking questions later.
Listen, there's a story about they pulled a girl out of a black girl. They pulled her out of her house, out of the shower. She was on her menstrual cycle. They pulled the girl outside, naked, and they weren't even looking for her. They were looking for the boyfriend. Let me tell you something. Listen, my pastor told us, and he said, I want y'all in the house. I know people are grown before the street lights come on. I hate to say it's just that kind, and it shouldn't be like that. But it's out of control. It's out of control. I don't know what you do. I don't know how we fix it, but it's out of control.
Yeah, it's definitely out of control. Dee Dee Felder said that she would be up under the jail. I get it. We all of us, especially those of us who have children, we all have our thoughts. I'm always praying for my kids. My one of my daughters now is driving. She's 16, and I try to keep her in the area where we live. Run little errands, go here, go to the gym, go to the store, come back. But even still, even with my young daughter, every time she leaves the house, I'm praying because we never know what happens once they get outside of our view and outside of our reach. So all I can do is pray that God would cover them, protect them, encamp angels around about my children as they go to and fro. Many times my son will leave early in the morning so he can go to work early to try to catch some extra hours. Many times he leaves here 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning on his way to work, honest job, working for FedEx, going to work an honest wage. But every time he's leaving the house, I'm praying, Lord, protect my son, keep him. Don't let him get pulled over for nothing. I'm like, DJ, put that phone down. Don't call nobody. Don't text nobody. Just turn the music up and drive and do what you got to do to get where you're going. Because I don't need the last thing I want to hear or have come to me is a knock at the door in the middle of the night talking about some sort of an accident that happened that could have been prevented. So I'm praying. That's where I am. And I see you, Cambria. I have a brother and I fear for his life. Absolutely, I get it. So this stuff
he told that's another thing, because my thing is we as the African American community need to start having a conversation with our peers, our loved ones, to where we're actually thinking when we do get pulled over. Because I don't feel as though we're having the conversations to where, you could even do what's right and still get shot, but you really need to be thinking, what am I supposed to do? Don't move too fast. Follow that. We need to start having these conversations so we can try to change it. But the stuff has happened senselessly. It doesn't. You could be doing the right thing and still, dang.
Yeah.
I ran a light and I'm dead.
I agree. And my thoughts and prayers are with that young man's family out in Minnesota, 20 years old. Sounds like he was a father and somebody's son, nephew, cousin, and now for reasons unknown to us has lost his life. And here we are to try to bear witness and try to be able to comfort those of his family that remain. So certainly our thoughts and prayers are with that family, and we'll be thinking about them as the days go by. All right, y'all, I want to change subjects just for a second, and just want to say this. I am a person, I am not on Snapchat. There are a few things that I'm not on Snapchat. I'm not on TikTok. I haven't gathered or understood the purpose of either of them yet, although a lot of people are on TikTok nowadays. But I don't know if you knew, Snapchat, y'all, is now paying $1 million a day to some creators of popular short videos. And some of them are getting rich. Let me just mention this. This young man, his name is Evan Alberto, says he's on track to become a millionaire in just a few weeks, thanks to his consistent Snapchat usage. Since late November, the company has maintained a $1 million day pool, which it pays out to the creators of each day's top performing videos on its short form video service, Spotlight. The company determines payout based on how many views a video gets in comparison to that of other highly viewed snaps. The move is meant to draw more creators to make videos for Spotlight. The company's TikTok competitor, which in turn will help Snap attract and retain users. So I didn't know that Snapchat and TikTok were big time competitors. So I'm learning something right now. Spotlight has grown to more than 100 million monthly active users, the company said on its latest earning call, and has over 175,000 video submissions per day. Wow. Meanwhile, the app grew to 265 million global daily active users in its fourth quarter of 2020 and from 249 in quarter three. So far, though, Snap has given out more than $110 million overall across the markets where Spotlight is live. Alberto, who I mentioned earlier, is 22 and is among the latest benefactor of the company's venture. So basically, his short video trends, and Snapchat pays them for these short videos that are picking up major traction. Now, I am not one that uses Snapchat, but after seeing this, I am super wondering how I can get on and make things happen. So those of you using Snapchat, TikTok, keep doing your thing to make things go viral, and let's see what happens. Maybe you'll be able to take us all to lunch on some earnings that you make from these popular places. All right, next and last but not least, I want to throw it out to Yolanda. Yolanda, I saw her on Sunday, and she was sharing some very, very vital information. As many of you know, I just came back from a trip, and I'm getting ready to start doing some more traveling. Ashlyn is not with us today; she's traveling, and certainly we're praying for her that she has safe travels to where she's going. But Yolanda is another young lady that travels quite a bit and is getting ready to start traveling some more, and she has some helpful hints for those of us who are getting ready to get back into the travel game. So Yolanda, share with us some great and helpful tips to get us through this travel season.
Okay, let's all stay on the screen together. Oh, shucks. All right, so here we go. So travel is coming back, right? First, I understand that this is what I've heard is that traveling is going to get kind of a little expensive. So you need to be prepared for that part, right? So here's what I encourage. Number one, update all of your cards. All of your credit cards, debit cards, all of those informations, all of that information, because your card may or may not be getting ready to get expired. So update that information, change your passwords, and change them often, because we're in a pandemic. Hacking is at a very all-time high. So I encourage that you change your passwords and you change them often. All passwords, email, social media, your cards, your PIN numbers. Try something new. Try your favorite number. Try a combination of birthdays, but do something new. That's number one. Like, change your cards. Make sure they're all updated. Download all of the travel apps: United, Delta, Southwest, Frontier. If that's what you're flying, but Frontier. Download all the apps. Update those profiles. So you can get the points, you can get the miles, but it definitely helps in traveling, especially if you're using a smartphone, which I hope you are, because number one, you can avoid the paper. So you can just check in using your phone. You can even check in. My girl out in New Orleans, Lee, let us know that you can check in. Actually, if you have an Apple Watch, you can check in using your Apple Watch. So be sure to download all those apps. Hey, even if you're flying Spirit, they work too. So be sure that you download all the apps, download them to your device, clean out those old pictures not using, post them today. Yes, even Soul Plane. If you have adventures of Soul Plane, please let me know. So be sure that you download all the apps so that you can be aware of all of the new restrictions, the new updates. A lot of airlines have increased their baggage cost. So if you're not flying Southwest, you may be paying a little bit more than you were paying previously to fly and take bags. Condense down. That's another live that we'll talk about, but just condense them down. Find one pair of shoes that you can use a couple times, okay? Make sure that in your city you find out about the Real ID. It is a new ID that is going to be required. Some cities have a certain day of cutoff, so that is something you need to get. Listen, you don't hear anything else I need to get. anything I say. You need that because you won't be able to fly after a certain time without that ID. So be sure that you get that ID and know that traveling has increased. People are tired of being inside and they are tired of being inside with their children. So it's going to be packed in these airports. COVID is still going on, so carry masks, carry extra masks, carry disposable mask in your backpack, all that kind of thing. But be sure you're getting to the airport a little bit earlier. 2 hours may not be enough. So you may need to plan, pack the night before, pack a couple days in advance, and then get to the airport early. That way you're not running down the ramp, trying to catch your plane. But you just don't want to be sitting in line and almost miss your flight. So those are a couple tips that I thought about when traveling with Higher Calling. Shout out to Kevin Lemons at Higher Calling. We were traveling. The whole state of, Philadelphia was in the airport at one time. It was really hectic.
Now, one thing I didn't hear you mention, Yolanda, which is also great information. I'm with you. I have my real ID, and Dee Felder mentioned that for us in California, October 21 is the date, the cutoff date for that information. But I didn't hear you mention anything about the passport.
Oh, yeah, get your passport. Get your passport. So this is what I believe about passport. This is a little Jesus moment. You never know when a door may open. So if you're not prepared, how can you go through it? So passports, I don't know the timing. I do assume they may take a little bit longer. And even about the vaccination, I was very clear, even on Freedom, that I did not want to be vaccinated. However, I want to travel. And so I really believe that in order to travel, definitely out of the country, I'll need to be vaccinated. But I kind of believe, my own personal belief, that eventually traveling in the U.S., you would probably need to be vaccinated. So vaccination does not give you a reason not to wear a mask. But I definitely believe that you should be vaccinated.
I see you, Demetrius. He got his
Demetrius
passport
got his
and
passport.
his vaccination card. I see you.
This is the new way of traveling. Okay,
Agreed.
understand this. I do this every week, every other week. I'm traveling. Now you're seeing more of this being presented. Passports, vaccination cards are being presented. Airlines are cutting down. Airlines are meeting up. Certain countries have already begun requiring vaccinations. I have people coming into my office now getting vaccinations. Some people didn't even know. And once you get vaccinated, here's another trick too. The airline, you're not supposed to fly at least 10 to 14 days after you've been vaccinated. So after that first or second dose, or whichever one you choose, or the Johnson, the one dose, you still have to wait. There's a time frame that they want you to wait before flying. Okay, so that's something else that you guys need to understand that as well. Those are trying to run out and get vaccinated so you can fly out of the country. There's still a wait in the downtime. And a lot of this stuff is not being set in place by the U.S., but also these outlying countries that they know we frequently travel to and frequently travel to us as well.
Okay, that's good stuff. So that's something I did not know, that there's a waiting period or a proposed waiting period after you get
proposed. Yeah.
That's good to know. Now, my children, who I just heard come back in the door, two of them went and got their first dosage today. I was supposed to go too, but I'm not omnipresent, so I had to be here. But they just went and got their first dosage. Allegra got the Johnson & Johnson dose a couple of weeks ago. I think it's just now me and my son that need to make things happen, and we'll definitely do that in the near future. But yes, I do have my passport. I do have my real ID. Obviously, I'm going to soon need to get my vaccination card. In order for me to go to Hawaii a couple of weeks ago, we had to prove that, we had to have a cotton swab done. We had a COVID test done 72 hours before traveling. Even when we got to the airport, we had to go through some other different things that we had never done before to get a wristband, to be able to get on the plane, to get through certain security places. So things are changing. If you're thinking about traveling, you got to do your research before you travel. And yes, Yolanda, you can check in with your Apple Watch. You can have your Southwest or your whatever boarding pass you have on your watch, and you can scan that instead of your phone. And a lot of places now are really, really going paperless and touchless. People are now, a couple places I went to recently, they don't even take cash any longer. This is something you guys need to know. So those of you who haven't actually embraced your digital wallet as of yet, whether it's iPhone or Android, Start embracing your digital wallet. You never know where you're going to go, where it doesn't take money or that it's not going to want your paper ticket or stuff like that. Let's now. This is a great time for us to start embracing it. Last thing I want to throw out there for free, those of you who have Apple devices, if you have not turned on or toggled on the Apple Pay Cash option, you're missing out on another way for people to send you money. I want every option available for me. So if you have an iPhone, there is an option for Apple Pay Cash where I can text you money. Listen, it's better than Cash App. It's better than Venmo, all those things. I can literally, through a text message, text you money straight from my account to yours, and you'll be able to use that with Apple Pay, and wherever the Apple Pay logo is recognizable, you can use that money that I text you to be able to make payments. I use that with my kids all the time, more so than Cash App. So these are things that you need to know. A lot of places are going digital, and we aren't going back. We're moving forward. So things that we used to do in 2020 and 2019, a lot of those things are changing, and you won't be able to do some of those same things again. So please, ma'am, please, sir, let's get ready to go digital. We have smartphones. Let's unpack them. Let's use them to the best of our ability. And Stacey Williams Tucker, let's test it. Test me, and I'll let you know I got it. I see you.
And I want to add one more thing.
Please do.
Just 30 seconds. Okay, listen. A lot has happened. Okay, I'm not going to be churchy. A lot has happened in the last 300 and something odd days. When you start traveling, remember that airline attendants, they're under a lot of pressure.
True.
Sometimes people say things out of the way. Now, I'm not saying that's okay. Follow the, appropriate directives, report and all of that. But just remember, when you're flying, like they've seen probably 300,000 of people that day. Just have your stuff in order, right? If you waited till the last minute to pay for your bag, just get ready to bear the cost.
Yeah.
Don't be mean, and because sometimes we put it on the people. I'm saying this as a service person. And sometimes it's like, oh, the people did us wrong. But sometimes we're not, I'm nice. Let me be clear this, I'm nice. But sometimes we just don't, as the consumers, remember that they're experiencing a lot of different personalities every day, people who feel like they're above and beyond. So just when you travel this summer, when you travel this year, keep all of that. That's why I encourage you to get to the airport early. You have all your things in order, because it's a lot easier to defend something when you've done your part.
Most definitely. That's
Yeah, like just be nice, be nice to the attendants. Don't try to shove. If you packed your bag, it's too heavy, it's not fitting. Don't get mad when they say you have to check it. Because you see a lot, like when they come by, they're going to tell you, where's my scarf? They're going to tell you that you can't, okay, this is how you have to fly. They're going to tell you to put it back over your nose unless you're eating or drinking. Don't get an attitude. Don't get mad. Oh, no, because they will put you off the plane and you will be on a no-fly list.
Yeah.
It's not that serious. So be kind to the people who are in service.
Most definitely. Last but not least, Ja'Cory, give us what's going on with Gospel Choice.
Oh, I was just gonna say, we still in the running. Oh, I look whooped. Y'all pray for me. Anyways, I'm tired. But the voting starts on the 15th through the 30th. The voting starts the 15th through the 30th. Me and Dito are in one category, and I think I'm in two others. We need your support. We trying to launch on the other side. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So you'll see the flyers and the links and all that. They'll start coming out on the 15th.
Most definitely. That's good stuff. I can't wait to see it. Congratulations to you, Ja'Cory, as well. And it is all good. It is time for us to go, y'all, to the next time on this same Shop Talk Network at this same Shop Talk time. On behalf of Emetrius, Yolanda, and Ja'Cory, my name is Dito. Thanks for tuning in. To the next time, you know how I do. I'll holla.
That situation, that